I'm concerned because how are you going to do your homework tonight? Because we haven't given you your pads yet, a paper. We didn't give them to you, right?
Right now.
Fuck. Okay. Well, you'll have to improvise because it's due, written, handed in. Every night you're here. Some nights a whole bunch. Tonight's kind of a light night. Just kind of warm you up. You know, it's like preseason drills. Only 2 a day. 1 a day, 2 a day, then 3 a days. For those of you that have participated in American football. I don't know if anybody else does that. Welcome. The old girl is 550 years old this year. 550 years. And I'm reminded of a story about 25 or 26, 27 years ago. We reappointed the building. Reappointed means you take the mortar that's between the big bricks, and we're reappointing it. And so the structural engineers and the architects came all glum-faced after several weeks, and they're going to explain to me how things are going. We've got some distressing news, Laird Peña. And in those days, they thought my name was Peña, sir. They thought the senior was part of my name. They're not any brighter now in Scotland, but anyway, Laird Peña, sir. The turrets up on top, which you won't be allowed to go to because we may have a leaper in the group. Understand a leaper? You think I'm kidding, huh? Well, we lock it off for a reason. Because we've had leapers here. And they said that the turrets have been under a lot of stress because they're sticking out over the building like this. So they have to have additional vaulting structures to support them. I said, okay, cut to the chase, guys. What the fuck's the deal? And they said, well, in between 200 and 500 years, they're going to fall off. 200 and 500. Now I said, is that 2 years and 500 or 200 and 500? Oh, 200 and 500. Next. I use that analogy because you're going to waste your time on stuff that's never going to happen when you get out there. Never. For those of you that understand the standard deviation from the mean, it is in so many standard deviations from the mean out that there's a more likelihood a meteor is going to hit you in the fucking head. And why do you do that? To waste time and procrastinate so you don't have to pull the fucking trigger. Because the more you study it, the more you do your statistics, do your spreadsheets, the more time pushes off you to have to make a decision to pull the fucking trigger. And that's why the main part of the mantra for QLA, since I started this, is just fucking do it. Now, I've said this now, and I will go around and I will point out to each one of your fucking weekly reports how you forgot because you're a monkey or brain dead. The average age of the people here, this group, 24, full house, is 36 and a half years old. And that's because the one old git is 54. You're the 54-year-old, right? You look about 84, but anyway. And the mean, I got it backwards. The mean is 36, the average is 30. Most of you are closer to those two age groups. Why now, after almost doing this 25 years, has my demographics moved from 35 to 55 to 15 to 35? Just like Mr. Trump won, just like they had Brexit here, people are pissed off. They're not going to take it anymore. And the kids now, we all grew up knowing that our parents, a lot of the stuff they told us was bullshit, right? But if I had ever said that, my dad would have fucking killed me, so I never said it. And you may have been smart enough not to say that you're just full of shit, but now the kids Google this stuff and they know that their parents are full of shit. And i.e., ergo, hence, I get a lot of young kids here. Now we only have two teenagers, or no, we don't have teenagers, we have one teenager, and we have a couple of 20-year-olds. And you've all read about, hopefully, that the teenage millionaire Josh. And I was telling a couple of you this afternoon, I thought that I was doing a solid to you fucking meatheads, telling you about the teenage phenom. But it's turned around on me. You've taken the attitude that the glass is half empty instead of half full. You haven't said, well, if a 17-year-old kid can be a multimillionaire, well, fuck, with no schooling, no education, etc., 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 I ought to be able to make $5 billion. No. You've taken the opposite. Oh, he's a one-off. They only make one of him every 50,000 years. I can't be Josh. That's the low self-esteem that the world's in today. I can smell death in this fucking room. I can see fear in your eyes. And you're the guys that actually made it here. So just imagine the fucking monkeys, the cunts, the vaginas that are watching this on YouTube. So we're 550 years old, the old girl, and QLA will celebrate its 25th anniversary this coming May. And as I pointed out earlier, when some of the great gurus put their stuff on sale over Christmas, half off, right? What was it worth the day before it went half off? But I know somebody in this room, probably a bunch of you, bought the shit. Reading the book is not taking action. Reading the book is not pulling the trigger. So Sally and I decided to counter the half-off guys. We're going to double our charity givings in 2018. We're going to double the money we give away. The gurus are half off, and we're doubling up. What does that tell you? I've said this many, many times. This is if the earth is flat, for you most of it is, I am the last town on the last motherfucking street in the last saloon in your life. You've tried every fucking thing known to man before you come here. You don't come to me out of inspiration. You come to me out of motherfucking desperation. This is it, guys. If you don't make it here, metaphorically speaking, right, Sally? I can't tell them to blow their fucking brains out. Metaphorically speaking, you ought to blow your motherfucking brains out. And if you even have any remote feelings of like for me, when you leave here, I didn't do my fucking job. All I want you, selfishly, is to go out and be successful and create more billions. Not because I give a fuck about you. If you drop dead here on the floor, I wouldn't give a shit. But you're just one less number that can go out and produce for me. I'm like a pimp. I want my girls to be working. On that happy note, YouTube, go fuck yourself.